Hello and welcome to this PyScript tutorial. In this tutorial, I will demonstrate on how to access HTML element using Python and render contents inside that element using Python. So I have a file that has some hard-coded strings of text. I also have this PyScript asset here so that we can write Python in our HTML file. I have also this PyScript opening and closing tags inside which the Python code is written. So at the moment, if we view our browser, it is like this. So it renders this header h3 element and this div, which is all hard coded. So I want this 0 to be replaced by computed BMI, and I want this to be possible using Python. So first of all, I will create a function called compute BMI. It will take two arguments, mass and height, and it will return mass over height divided by 100 raised to the power of 2. So here mass is in kilograms and height is in centimeters. That is why I have divided this by 100 to get it into meters. So without further ado, I will just compute one BMI and compute BMI. Let's just say that the mass is 75 kilograms and height is 175 centimeters. So this function computes the BMI and stores its value in this my BMI variable. So what we have been doing so far is we have been printing this value on the web browser by just using the Python print statement. So, but what it does is it prints based on the flow of the page or web page. But now I want to print or render this the value stored in my BMI inside this span element. So how can we do that? Before going into that, let's see what our browser renders now. You can see that this BMI calculation, your BMI is 0, these were the hard-coded values, and below that it prints the computed BMI. So I want to render this value here in place of 0. For that, what we can do is inside the PyScript tags, we have access to PyScript module, which has a method called write. It takes two arguments. The first argument is a label or an ID that identifies an HTML element. In our case, we want our BMI to be rendered in this place. So our element is a span and it has an ID of BMI. So we will write BMI here. And the second argument is the actual content of that element. So we want our content to be the value my BMI. So it's like this. I would also like to format my value of BMI such that it only prints two digits after the decimal, because if it prints many uh, digits after decimal point, it doesn't look so good. So I will just use this fstring uh, feature of Python and format it to just uh, print render digits after decimal points to be only two. So what it does is this PyScript.write takes the ID that identifies the element to access and renders the content or anything that is uh, provided as the second argument. So if we look into our browser now, we can see that this 24.49, actually this 24.489. So we had string formatted it to uh, render only two digits after the decimal point. So this was the basic of accessing HTML element using Python. Thank you for watching this video, and I will add more videos soon.